Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting.
Yeah, yo, what up, man? Hey, today, I know we usually don't do them on, Tuesdays, but we got a video dropping later today. That's the rules to first dates. Y'all want y'all to go click on that and check that out. But today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to react to a video that came across our Seeing Beans, where it was a 1992 talk show, and they had these 3 guys who were pretty much giving the ins and outs of what they thought women needed and women wanted against women, and they pretty much had to battle them out. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We'll react to it and watch it. It's like 20 minutes long, so let's just get it.
To listen to what women want, what men really think of women today.
Not for nothing. Do they even have any good talk shows anymore?
No. Jerry Springer's dead.
Jerry used to be. He was the king.
Yeah. Maury Povich retired.
Yeah.
So it's a wrap.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip to this.
Shots that we're taking, but this is an audience of all women today. We have invited them here for a reason, because we have 3 men with different points of view. These 3 men think they know what women think, and today we will find out.
Listen, they already ready to disagree.
Look, no, the fact of the matter is, she already set this up. Had all women. She says these men know what women think.
They think they know.
That already triggers women because they hate when men think they know something, even if it's right. Women hate that.
Meet Ross Jeffries. He says he got tired of being Mr. Nice Guy and being dumped by women. So he changed his ways, and he wrote a book for other men who feel the same way. It is called How to Get the Women You Desire into Bed. This is...
Now you heard she said for men. Women disregarded all that.
Mel Fight. Mel says women say they want a sensitive guy, but the minute men get sensitive, women run the other way.
Okay, pause it. That dude don't even look like he like women.
I mean, you're gonna hear it now. He kind of don't.
I mean, I can tell just by looking.
He don't seem gay. Just
You got
like
Steve Jobs, then you got the sensitive dude sitting right next to him.
Damn, he do look like Steve Jobs, don't he?
And finally, Bruce Weinstein. Bruce says he is pro-feminist.
Now, watch how Bruce is. Every woman's gonna love Bruce.
Okay, here we go.
And pro-woman. He thinks men would be a lot better off if they only learned to listen to what women have to say.
Oh, it only gets worse with him.
My blood pressure already.
He's
starting.
instantly gonna be on your radar being pissed off.
Well, Ross and Mel, I guess you already realize that your positions are in the minority here.
No surprise.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay out of this for a minute or two, and I want everybody. I'm just gonna fire off some questions, okay? Just so we get some answers. All right, and I may leave some of those balls hanging up there for you ladies to slam dunk later on.
Pause. Even in 1992. Pause.
I'm like, boss, what are you talking?
Yeah, she could have used so many other puns for that.
But that's your prerogative, all right? Ross, what do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm not an academic. I'm not.
She's confused on what he just said. He said, I'm not worried about what they want. I'm not worried about what they think they want. I'm only worried about what they actually respond to.
Exactly.
She's trying to understand because she don't see the difference. But there is a difference.
A theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really.
Did you see her crease? This woman right here, you'll see.
They respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating. When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
They did not like when he said have to learn how to say no to her. But they understand the men who say no are the ones who she wants to be around in the first place.
That's true.
The ones who always saying yes, she's like, oh, I can call him whenever.
As I said, I'm going to let a lot of these things hang, and you can all take them on later. But
now she says that, right? She keeps saying, I'm going to let y'all listen to this, and I'm not going to intervene. That's what she keeps saying. Watch this.
So this, I guess, attitude is your word. This attitude that you now have is more appealing to women?
The attitude is vastly more appealing. Basically, the attitude is I make no excuses for what I want. And number two, I don't need you. You need me. Now, bear in mind, I don't verbalize.
That triggered.
Exactly. Now, you see this response here. You should never verbalize the attitude.
See, now he's being smart about it. He's doing this to sell his book. But he's also telling fellas, do not verbalize how you're treating her out loud. See, she's gonna be attracted to how you're treating her. But if you let her know this is the game I'm playing and I know how to play you, she's gonna instantly be turned off. This is what's happening to these women.
You show it in your behavior.
You're sitting here pointing your finger at him. Stand up and tell us why you're pointing at him.
No, I was just saying that he's just got this prejudgment of what women are like. And I think what he should do is just develop his own self. And then he's going to find these relationships
The
work
sleaze
better.
bag you see is the real me. I found the real me.
I think you've prejudged us. I mean, the audience reaction at the top of the show showed that the women here have prejudged us.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so he's a men's rights activist, and he's wearing a skirt, and he's doing it for a reason.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say.
I think it's a sad comment on women that they respond to the kind of manipulative behavior that Ross is encouraging that men do. That's a sad comment on you. Listen.
Yourself, and that should be a right person.
You know what I found? I found that the nice guys who, when I'm on the radio or TV, nice guys call up and go, well, it wouldn't be myself. It's the nice guy who's the phony, who's not being his real self because he's afraid he can't do any better.
So you're going back to my point. All men are jerks.
No.
And some hide it.
You see how she jumped in?
Oh, I thought I'm about to say. I thought she wasn't gonna say nothing. Lady.
Oh, she about to see. Watch it. So this is the difference. This is the problem with a lot of women and men. When men say something, women dissect what they're saying and try to put it in their version of understanding. He said, you know, a nice guy is not being himself because he's doing it only to try to maneuver with her because he knows if he was himself, he wouldn't get anything.
Exactly.
She said, so you're saying all men are jerks. That's not what he's saying. No. He's just saying men have to not be them true selves because you don't want to accept our true self.
Wait a minute. But isn't that what you just said? Is all men are sort of jerks and some of them try to sugarcoat?
No, what I'm
saying is that what you just said?
No, what I'm saying is that What I'm saying is,
I said I was going to stay out of it, and I can't.
What I'm saying is that there's a massive power imbalance in favor of women when it comes to dating and sex. And women, through their behavior, through showing men what they actually respond to, force men to act in a certain way.
Yes, there is a power imbalance in our society, but who wields the power? It is men who wield the power, and I'm here to say, I'm here today to say that it is time for men to give up our power and authority and our privilege, because we have dominated women, we have dominated other men, we have dominated the planet for too long, and it has got to stop.
Now, we're in 2023. This is in 1992. This guy was saying this, preaching this stuff. And guess where we're at right now?
Exactly where he is.
Right where you wanted us to be, where men are at the bottom of the barrel, women are making a ton of money, selling OnlyFans and all this other stuff, and men are doing 3 times as much to get half of what they would have gotten 20, 30 years ago.
I don't even think he believed what he's saying.
He just wants to be validated by the woman. But you gonna tell me that this guy, the women actually want to sleep with?
No. He the gay bestie.
He's definitely been
That's what
best
he
friend.
is.
This is what women want. They want to hear this. If women want, what you want is you want to hear that we're jerks. You want to hear that we have all the power. You know, the most important unspoken truth about men is that we are very angry. A lot of us are very angry at women. And this is a good example. You're showing why we're angry. You're not even listening. You don't want to listen to what we have to say. And
I'm afraid that they heard it.
I don't think I heard it all. And I think, the reason that men don't communicate about their anger, we keep it secret, is because when we try to tell you why we're angry, you respond with ridicule, with
why are you angry?
or your own anger.
I'm not angry. I'm satisfied because I know how to manipulate women and get what I want. But let me say, his point is so...
What is it then?
The fact that he said manipulate.
But it is manipulating.
It is.
So wait a minute. Do women not manipulate men?
Oh, 100%.
So
I'm saying he shouldn't have said it in this crowd.
Well, see, the problem is
gonna eat that,
he's okay with them knowing what showing the trick, showing where the rabbit is. Because one, he's got a book. He's trying to sell the book. He knows controversy is going to make the book sell. But he also knows what he's saying is true. He doesn't care if, like, I give you an example. When we're at work, when we talk to the females, how mad they get with me, they get mad at me because I don't care about telling them what I'm doing because I don't want to deal with them in that regard.
That's true.
So I can tell them how I do the trick.
Yeah, I get it, because there's nothing.
But when I go on a date with a woman, I'm not gonna sit there and tell her I'm doing this, or there's gonna be these restrictions put on place because I'm not gonna let you get past here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So preposterous. Get a shot of this audience. Every woman sitting here is sitting on more power than Con Edison pumps out in 10 years. You
I don't know who Con Edison is.
I'm guessing it's an electric company.
Probably.
Control the access to sex, and that is an incredible amount of power.
The man asks, the woman says yes or no. She has the power, and that makes, wait a second, a lot of men feel, you don't know this, but it's the truth. A lot of men feel powerless and degraded and dehumanized by the sexual system whereby the man asks and the woman decides. We feel harassed every minute of every day of our lives, and it's about time that you understand that.
Now he about to say stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is hard to listen to the dude in the middle.
Yes, I'm like,
because one, he's got very long hair, he's got a skirt on, and let's be honest, women don't like to listen to men they don't find attractive. He does not look appealing.
No, at all.
He doesn't look appealing to listen to.
I must say, even just looking at him, and subconsciously, I'm like, I'm not listening to a word you say.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a whole skirt on.
Now, if he cut his hair, wore some like the dude on the left, the dude in the black, you're gonna listen to what he's got to say. You might not like it, but he's put together. Look how he's postured. He looks like he's just, I'm relaxed, dude. I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm about to go get some pussy later. Like, he's not, the dude in the middle, he's not getting pussy. And this other dude, he's just the best friend.
Now, wait, I'm sorry, 1 second. Bruce, Mel, stand up. Now, doesn't that invite harassment?
No, what it invites is hypocrisy. What it invites is, the fashion rage for women this year is a man's suit and tie. When you decide to ridicule me in my skirt, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding, Faith.
I don't like the length, and I don't think it matches the sweater. Is my problem with it?
Okay, she's trying to do
I said that when men stand up for themselves, what do they expect from women? Ridicule. You proved it, didn't you?
I did. I'm guilty right here. I admit it. I admit it. You have a question?
Yes, my question is directed to him.
Now, before we get into this, you're going to see a very different tone from the black women on this show.
Keisha.
Versus the white women and just in general. Now, all of them are mad. But when black women are mad, it's on a different
extra
level.
Yeah, there we go.
And what's your name again? Ross. I think you're gonna.
She said that Ross. She said Ross.
She's acting.
Ross, I think you're gonna end up.
Say it right. Ross.
Ross. I think you're gonna end up a very lonely man.
Like you?
But you got to understand, he says quite the contrary. He says he has a much better dating life, romance life, sex life now.
It's incomparably better. Yeah. I mean, let's look at reality. The reality is that nice guys not only do nice guys finish last, they often don't even get into the race. And you want to talk about fashion. If a woman does like a nice guy, it's her way of making a fashion statement. It's fashionable for her to like that.
And Ross is absolutely right. Women have a lot of sexual power, and he has the courage to say that. He's making a mistake, though. He's encouraging men to simply surrender to that power. And I think, if you're a man and you follow Ross's advice, you're going to get more sex, but you're going to have less self-respect.
I don't agree with
That's a sacrifice men are willing to take.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
We've already shown this in 2023. Since 1992, men have shown we're more willing to get sexual gratification over self-respect.
I say this.
But I think the one thing that dude on the left, Ross is saying, you can get respect. You can play the game the way it needs to be played so you can win.
You can win.
He doesn't care about how you feel about he wants to win.
Exactly. He may not have self-respect, which I don't think that's true.
What does it?
I don't think it.
I don't think it's self-respect. I think,
but he'll get respect from other men when they see how many women.
Exactly.
He had. So it's just like
your self-respect is based off of what you can accept.
Yeah.
Just because Ross can accept doing devious things to manipulate and win and get what he wants, doesn't mean you're willing to accept. Clearly, the dude wearing a skirt is not willing to accept it. But I guarantee you, he's losing when it comes to getting with women.
Exactly. He don't have. He say he's not gonna have self-respect, but you got a whole dress on, bro. Like I don't understand.
Well, that doesn't mean anything because the thing is, he's wearing a dress to prove a point. Protest the fact that women can wear a suit and nobody say anything, but as soon as he wears a skirt, y'all got an issue with it.
Yeah. My thing is this. I think the whole point is men value results.
100%. We're a result-based gender.
Don't care how we get it done. We
get
it
done.
Because
you ever have a story? You ever talk to a guy? He talking about meeting a girl. He met this girl last weekend or whatever. All we want to know is this story going to end with you getting some draws? Exactly. Because if it don't, go on, miss me with the story and go. Let's talk about the game.
Cut to the end. Cut to the end. Did you get it?
Did you get it? Okay. Since you get it, now you can tell me the story.
Exactly.
Far more important things in life than getting
one. We'll disagree on that point, but let me get to the commercial break and we'll come back and find out why in a moment. You wanted to say?
Yeah, I think that they just have had bad experiences with women, so they're just somewhat poisoned against women in general.
And whose fault is that?
I mean, isn't that what he said in the beginning?
Yeah,
I struggled with women, so I was the best friend every time I was Mr. Nice Guy, so I learned how to adapt, and now I wrote a book about it.
Exactly.
So he knows he struggled with women. He admits that.
True.
Never fails. Every show we do, we talk about our feelings. Someone stands up and said, we've had bad experiences. You're trying to trivialize what we're saying, and I resent it. It's the hostility that men and women have for each other that's poisoning our relationships. We've got to be able to talk about it and listen to one another non-judgmentally.
I don't think I've been poisoned. I think I'm just doing what works. It's a matter of doing what works.
Excuse me. One thing the women's movement has taught me is to avoid speaking for other people. So I would like to ask you, If you think that men need to change in some fundamental ways and do a better job at listening to you, please clap your hands.
What's smarmy? Wait a minute. Do we have... This guy's like he's running... This guy's like he's running for office here. He knows
I was about to say, he politics.
That's all you're doing, dude. You're literally trying to say exactly what you know women want to hear. Not what they need to hear, what they want to hear.
Exactly. He's a salesman. That's what he is.
He's the type of dude that will sell a girl a dream that I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do that for you. And this is the problem with a lot of guys. They sell this women dreams, and then when they don't produce it, the woman's like, yo, what was all that shit you was talking you was gonna do for me? He's just like every other dude. Want to bust a nut.
Okay.
And you know,
I'm not interested.
But you know what? It's not a stretch for him to get this audience to agree with his point.
Wait a minute, but I'm not interested.
Yeah, you know why it's not a stretch? Because he knows what to say. You're gullible.
Exactly.
I could always look. No, what woman doesn't want to hear? You're right, honey. I'm wrong.
Exactly. You're not gonna have a fight if you always agree.
You know what I mean? If a woman wanted to come to me and say, you know what? I wish all women would just suck dick and shut up and go ahead and cook a meal for a man, and he's right. Men are always right. Yeah, to a person who's simple minded, I would think, hell yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah, of course.
That's right up my alley because it's all do is boosting my ego. You know, putting me on a pedestal. But I realize that's not true.
Yeah,
if a woman were to tell me that, I'd be like, yo, shut up.
You don't
believe that bullshit.
In what applies in the mummified halls of academia.
I'm not speaking as an academic. I'm not speaking as an academic.
Deeper. I'm talking for the little guy out there who gets his head kicked in and always winds up being the buddy, the big brother, and here is, let's be friends. You want a friend, lady? Get a dog.
Okay. And here's the thing.
If there was one man in the building, he'd be clapping right now.
This dude is Kevin Samuels before his time.
He's the white Kevin Samuels. Yes, he really is. He even got the, you know what, the style of like body shape and shit.
This is him.
Demeanor.
Here's the thing you have to know about Bruce, okay? Here's the thing that's important for women. There's something important for women to know about Bruce.
We just met. How do you know about him?
But he's doing something that men have done for centuries to women, and it always backfires. He's putting you up on a pedestal. He's keeping you free from criticism. I respect you enough to, if I think you're full of it, I'm going to tell you. He won't.
You know what men need to do? What the point of the women's movement is not to make everyone feminine. The point, as I understand it, is to make everyone whole. So what men need to do is reclaim the femininity that we've lost.
I can't believe you.
Damn, if this don't tell me this ain't the start. This is where we're at. This is like the beginning of the whole men can be women, women can be men. This right here, accept your femininity.
I'm gonna Google this dude later.
First off, your femininity, when there's no woman who wants a feminine man. There's no woman that really is attracted to that. So to say you want to embrace your femininity, no. Embrace your masculinity, bro.
Like, where your girlfriend at? That'll be my question. Where your girlfriend at?
He got a PhD.
I'm the one who's sitting here in a skirt. You're the one who's dressed in very conservative male attire. You haven't begun to question anything about masculinity.
I want to put women on a pedestal so I can look up your skirts. I mean, I don't have any problem. This is absolutely what we're doing.
I love it. Look, even the girls is like, he's a scoundrel. I like him.
Bryce, let me just ask. One second, please.
You know why they like him? Even though they're booing, you know why they like him? Because he's not afraid to say what everybody else wished to say.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things that you got to learn. You got to be bold enough to say what you're really thinking and not be scared of the result.
Bryce, is there a woman in the audience that you'd like to ask out?
Pardon me?
Is there a woman in the audience you'd like to ask out?
I'm booked up for 1993.
He ain't falling for that trap.
Right?
The trap was, ask one of the girls out so he can ask, so she can say,
"Nah, I never
date a guy like you." No, he's already shown you his cards. Now you know he's a player. Now you know he's this. You're not gonna go talk to him now with all the women. Women don't even like. Women fold under pressure so much they're not gonna go and. Check. Yeah, okay, we're back.
There we go. Got caught my foot here.
All right, let's just go back to the video.
Sorry, ladies.
You have a question?
Yeah, I'd like to know, when is the last time you had a real commitment with a lady? And did she respect how you treated her?
I cannot hear you. One more time.
When is the last time you had a real relationship with a lady?
What makes you think it's your business?
Well, you're sitting up there like you know everything about women.
And deal with the issues.
He just made a personal
hang
attack
on a
against
second,
me,
Ross.
and
I think it is a fair question, and I will tell you why I think it is a fair question, because you wrote this book saying you got the answers.
You know what?
I don't think he's selling a book about relationships. He didn't say it's about being committed to anybody. He's saying how to get a woman in bed.
Well, he's saying the rules that he puts in place can work for trying to do one night stands, trying to get a relationship, trying to do whatever, because the process is you having a hierarchy over the woman to where she's going to want to be around you anyway, whether you want to be a one night stand or you just want to commit to this woman. What are you talking about this in a second?
At the moment, I'm having lots of fun. I don't have a personal commitment to one person, although I have been with someone I've loved for a long time, me.
Let me ask you. Given that, let me ask you this. Do you care if a woman is satisfied the one that you're with?
What do you think he's gonna say?
Nope.
You're wrong.
Goes without saying she's going to be satisfied if she's with me. Now, listen, let me tell you something. I'm serious about one thing. I'm being a little obnoxious to get a response, but I'm serious about one thing.
Got it.
I honestly do believe that there's no better way a woman can win spiritually, physically, emotionally than being with me. I really believe that.
You didn't really
do.
answer the question. Does it matter to you if the woman is satisfied?
Yes.
It does matter.
Because she's going to come back for more. Of course it matters. It's in my own interest to see that she's satisfied. It's chapter 18 in my book.
And it's pathetic. Ross's arrogant attitude works with women. I think it's pathetic. But
you seem to be putting the blame on women.
Well, he's been conditioned by women. This is the result. This is what you get. You get a fellow like Ross.
John, take a wide shot of the audience, please. Put your hands down for a second. Take a wide shot of the audience. Does anyone here find Ross's approach to women appealing?
Oh, they're going to admit it. Come on, Faith. Come on, they're not going to. Number one, what we have here.
What? I didn't hear that. What?
She said we don't even find Ross appealing.
What we have here is a phenomenon called denial. That's what we have.
I think Ross is denying something very important here.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Now, if you didn't hear that, there was a black woman in the audience saying, "If you don't come over here, I'm gonna hurt you."
Follow through the audience. What are you screaming about? You just threatened me. Stand up here. Why did you threaten me to come over here with the microphone immediately? Stand up.
Once again, the black woman does what she does.
Okay, because first of all, I find this utterly preposterous. You're sitting there and you're putting us down to a certain extent. And what you fail to realize, both of you, okay, is that without your mothers, you wouldn't be here.
How is that even an argument?
Okay, Mike Tyson.
Because
you ain't making no type of sense.
Because this is my whole question. This is my whole thing. All he has to say is, without your mother, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Guess what? Without your father, you wouldn't be here. So what are you talking about?
His mother has nothing to do with his dating experience.
Exactly. But they clapped about this because it's mother empowerment. Mothers are the best. We're this to, lift ourselves up. I am woman, hear me roar.
Hush.
Trying to control the room.
You have your turn. Hush. I'm not done. I am not done.
You've had your say for 25 years, and I'm not going to let you shout me down.
No, moving right along.
Say something about fathers.
Moving right along.
You hate your father?
Fathers didn't have to carry you for 9 months. That's not the question.
Father?
Moving right along.
Say something nice about your father.
I think that you're very, excuse me. Oh, I must have hit a nerve. It just got too tight.
You said something very
anti-man. Right along, as I was saying to you,
I'm
right?
listening to you.
I think that you're a very sad individual, let alone you're not even getting any people. Let's get real about it.
See, when they do this, when women get worked up, for whatever reason, the black woman always takes it another level. Now she starts saying he doesn't get any vagina. Now he doesn't get any women. You don't know this man from Adam. You're just going off of what you want. You wouldn't give it to him. So you think every other woman would, which pretty much lets you know you're all the same if you think like that.
you, baby sugar. I can tell that you are using the 5 fingers of death. Okay.
Now I will say this: she has a lethal weapon, which is her tongue.
She is roasting this
and
dude.
She's doing a good job. If he actually cared about it,
If he
the
cared.
women are loving it because she is entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But to say she's accurate, I can't go with that.
And you really need to get real with yourself and others.
Well,
With
thank
you.
you.
I'm very sorry. I have to get to a commercial break. I have to get to a commercial break here. And I have.
Let me pause for a second and just see what the comments say. It said that man hell, okay. This pansy here. I'm with Ross. City boys up. Hey, you already know what it is, man. We love it, Ross. All right, let's go ahead and get back to this thing. Hold on, let me get this comment off the screen for y'all. All right, come on. Fast forward to the.
We'll be back.
Oh, State Daniels.
Well, we are back, and you had something you wanted to say.
I have a question for Ross. How do you define a relationship?
You're not gonna
Because
spell,
all
are you?
it sounds like is that you define it as sex. If that's all you're looking for, get a prostitute and leave the rest of us
Right.
alone. We
Let me
don't want
answer.
Ain't most of y'all prostitutes anyway?
God.
It's always a pay for play.
Yeah.
You gotta take me out. You gotta do this. You gotta pay a bill. So what's the difference?
Faith, thank you. That's an intelligent question. Let me answer it. Here's your answer. Doesn't matter whether you're looking for one steady relationship or a lot of women, whichever one you want, you still have to use the attitudes I outline in my book to get it. If you're weak, if you're a wimp, if you're too happy to be there, if you want to wash her car and be her wimp, you're not going to get a lot of women. You're not going to get one woman. You won't have a steady relationship. You won't have one night stands. It applies no matter what you're looking for.
Yeah. Do anybody agree with that?
Of course they don't, because they're doing. He is 100% correct. No woman likes a yes man. They just don't.
And then it's not like they're so against him. Even when he says logical things, they're just saying fuck that. I'm not accepting nothing he says now. No,
He can't be right.
like clearly you don't want a yes man to where you just push over. If you told him to go fucking run in the middle of traffic, he would do it. Like no woman is going to follow a man like that.
And that's what he should have asked. I wish he was. Do y'all want to push over?
That's what. Yeah,
no,
I know.
You don't. So cut.
Now,
that.
do I get it? I get women want men like him, but they just want him to be a little more soft around the edges to how he approaches it. Meaning, like, yeah, would a woman like a guy who would wash her car? Yes, she would. But it's not gonna be, hey, go wash my car. And he's like, yes, dear, and he goes runs.
Yeah.
It's more like he went and it's like, you know what, her car's dirty. I'm gonna go wash her car because I want it to be washed.
I wanted to.
And she's like, oh, he washed my car. That's such a nice dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's a balance.
But the men watching this know I'm telling the truth. I don't care. I really don't care what they think.
The men do know.
So you know what my fear is that the men watching this might believe you.
Well, they do. They have fans all over the country.
Absolutely not. For example, Faith, Playboy magazine bills itself as entertainment for men, but I'm here to say that a lot of men do not consider it entertaining. We don't think it's entertaining.
You actually led a boycott against Playboy on your campus.
Yes, ma'am.
When they came to shoot the what college girls
The
in the East or
October
whatever
Women
that
of
is.
the Big East issue. And we wanted to send a message loud and clear that a lot of men don't consider this a form of entertainment, and that it's important for us to set a good example for people and simply not to buy pornography and let people know that this is unacceptable behavior.
Why do you want to deny male biology? Part of the intellectual bankruptcy of feminism is they want to deny the reality of male human biology.
Dude, this is hitting so hard right now.
It is.
Y'all don't understand. This is like watching how Adam and Eve got brought apart. This is how we get to the whole trans and all this stuff right here, because people want to deny male masculinity and biology of what men are and not wanting to accept what they are. I'm sorry, but when the dude started saying he boycotting Playboy, shut up, man. Shut up. Because he needed to. Every time he talks, I just want to punch him.
Guarantee he used to look at Playboy. Guaranteed.
Dude, he is faking, dude. He is faking to build himself a nice little nest egg. He gotta be.
Male human biology to become aroused looking at beautiful naked women.
You want to repeal the
That
First
is
Amendment?
biology.
The fact that something is natural does not mean it is good. The Hurricane Andrew was natural, but we don't want.
Okay, so here go my thing. He a feminist, right?
Yes.
And he's talking about men. He's talking about men. A lot of men don't see it as entertainment, right? Why isn't he talking about the women who actually posed?
Exactly. But no, he is. You know what he's saying? They were oppressed because the men paid them to do it. See, the thing is, he's not holding women accountable for their part in that they play for arousing men. Men have to be just held accountable, and like I can't be held accountable for giving you the bullet and then you taking the gun and shooting it. Like it's one or the other. I gave you the bullet, but if you pull the trigger, then we both in this together.
Yeah, we both did this.
Now, my thing is this: when he says just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good. What does good or bad have to do with anything about it? The fact of the matter is, because it's natural, that means it has to be accepted in society. Natural means natural. It is what it is. You can't, it doesn't matter if you look at it as good or bad. There's no such thing as good or bad with natural.
I would ask him this. I'm like, you don't like looking at naked women?
Dude, if he said he gay, I mean, at what point do you just say, get off the panel?
Yeah.
Because you ain't even, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, you don't like women? Just say that. That's all you gotta say.
Damn, you're right. And he said, so do you like naked women?
Oh, I mean,
because if you say no, at that point, everybody, even in the audience, is gonna be like, all right, you bullshit. Get out. We're not listening to you no more. You had us for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to say that it's good.
Male sexuality is good. This audience is having an orgy now. You're getting off on the man bashing. There's no hope.
Every time Ross starts saying something good, this dude in the middle says something that pulls all the shit back to the women. Like hate them.
Bro, stop talking.
Now, this is the thing I will say. I don't think Ross hates women. I think he actually loves women. This dude in the middle,
he hates women.
He hates women.
He's been made fun of his whole life.
He has been denied so much of women that he's just fed up with it and just saying, giving you the middle finger, ladies.
There's no.
Dude, you know it's 1992. Look at that hat. That's how they used to rock it too.
Can anybody say anything positive about men? Let's just one person say something positive.
Wait a minute. No, I don't think. Well, hang on one second. I don't think that these women are all bashing all men. I think that they disagree with your points of view. Don't confuse it.
Let them say something positive about men.
Okay, satisfy them. Have them pipe down on it. Say something positive.
It's not positive.
Pick up their socks. Just say they pick up their socks.
How the fuck is that positive? Pick up your socks. You just ordered me to do something.
Pick up your socks, first of all. Second of all, the one in the middle who's in a dress. If you have such an attitude toward women and you feel how women are, why do you want so much to look like one?
You don't even look like one.
Wait a second, Faith. Hold it. No. I was attacked. I want this woman to stand up. I want people to see what she's wearing. Sport coat, and an oversized sport coat and a pair of pants. Why are you dressing like a man?
This is not a man's jacket and pants.
Shame on you for attacking me.
Are you shopping in the women's
Shame
department?
on you for attacking me.
All right. Over here.
One thing I can say is, and I'm just learning this through my own history, arguing back and forth with a woman, you're not going to win. No. A woman's tool is her mouth. That is, okay. A woman's weapon is her mouth. Pause on that again. Is her tongue.
Over here.
This is for Ross.
Here we go. Sister Soldier.
You got a real nasty attitude towards women. And that's why you ain't got none.
Let me
you don't know what they want. You don't know nothing about women. You need to talk to one from the heart.
Right.
And talk to them.
You know, if you're going to sugarcoat it and beat around the bush, how can we have a discussion?
Stop trying to figure them out because you can't figure them out. And you with a dress how to...
Well, she's right. You can't figure women out. She's 100%.
This is the thing. He's not trying to figure out your brain. What he's trying to figure out, which he seems to have figured out in his book, is what women react to.
Exactly.
See, I can't see. We just have a conversation. What you saying ain't gonna be what it's showing me, so it ain't gonna make no damn sense anyway.
No.
But what you we're act two. See, if you notice, the most reaction that women are getting is from Ross because he keeps it calm, chill.
Yep.
He's like, look, I'm just
care.
doing what I'm gonna do. You
He
can
not-
like it, don't like it, it don't matter. The other guys, the one guy, they're not asking the one feminist, they're not asking him anything because he's feeding into what their egos is.
He's one of them.
Yeah, so you're done. I only got to talk to you. The one in the middle, he's so gone hating on the one side. The reason they're talking to Ross is because he intrigues them.
Exactly.
He intrigues them.
All the attention is focused on him.
And he's going to be the one who get the draws because he's intriguing.
How you expect women to listen to you?
Let me respond to her.
Look at y'all.
This is why I'm angry.
Let me respond. She started with me. Let me respond.
Now, the one thing I don't like when women get riled up, they do all the talking. This is why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth to do double the amount of listening than talking. And when they talk, they don't give him they don't give none of the men an opportunity to actually respond to anything because they just want to keep talking.
And they always go straight to insults.
Oh yeah,
it's never any.
You don't have any woman. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna do this. But see, as soon as a man says something like that to a woman, it's all hell breaks loose.
I talk about Playboy this and Playboy that. All y'all want is some sex. Y'all don't want no women. Y'all want sex.
Let me
You don't want sex.
I'm sorry.
Not with
I'm
you.
getting a commercial cue. We have to
said,
take a
"Not
break.
with
We'll
you."
come back and I will let you respond.
What he said?
He said, "We want sex, but not with you."
Who said it?
Ross said it.
Ross hitting him with some joints too. He like, yo, he's like, you have been in a committed relationship? Yeah, I've loved somebody for a long time myself.
Boom.
We come back.
All right, we almost at the end, y'all.
Wanted to respond quickly.
Do not make the mistake of thinking that I enjoy having to behave this way. It's simply women have taught me that this is what they respond to. I used to be nice. I used to be sweet. I used to be sensitive. I used to listen. I dated my left hand when I did that.
He gave it 100 right there.
Listen, when he said, "Don't think I enjoy doing this," I used to say that shit all the time.
Because it's true.
We don't
want to be that way.
We don't.
Do you think we want to be assholes? You think we want to be we understand the complexity of a woman. A woman can't get what she wants easily and respect that man. She has to go through some type of roller coaster struggle for her to get anything, for her to respect it. Think about it, ladies. When has a man just said, "Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna give you a relationship right off the get-go." Boom. You don't want it then. See, the relationship you want is the guy who's just kind of egging you on. He's showing you a good time, but you just kind of wonder, why is he not committing to me? That's what you want. The same way with a wedding, the same way with children, the same way with anything. If it's just easy, you don't want it. But if it's hard and it's difficult and it's up and down, you're like, oh yeah, that's what
it's that roller coaster. They want the roller coaster.
Yep.
And now, you know, and I used to be more feminist than most feminists. Now I consider myself a recovering feminist now because now I see how women react. Anytime a man's
Did you see old girl? Look how old girl. Go back to the black girl.
because now I see how
She's so fucking mad at him. She's still mad at that motherfucker. She said, "I got some more for his ass."
women react. Anytime a man stands up for himself, this is what you do. It's disgusting.
Finally, men have oppressed women for too long, and it has got to stop, and that's what I'm here to say.
Get your ass up.
Women run the publishing business.
Women don't run.
I love how they did it from left to right to make sure the last word was gonna be the feminist dude who's gonna get all that.
Wait a minute. Women run the publishing business. Why have I been banned from every bookstore and have to publish it myself? Women run the publishing
Because
business.
you've written a horrible book, that's why.
All right. Well, that's it for today. I just wanted y'all to see this. I thought that was a very interesting old school video that literally opened up to where we are today, of where we are in feminism, how feminism has changed America, how we've denied what to accept what masculinity is and to say feed into your femininity, and now you see what the results are.
Yeah. When a woman say, "Oh, men are jerks," yeah, because that's what y'all like.
Somebody said this. They said if men could be nice guys, could be nerds, could be cornballs, Guess what? If women were attracted to that, men would all be that. It's a reason why in Family Matters, Laura Winslow never wanted to fuck with Steve Urkel. He was too corny. He was too nerdy. But as soon as he became Stefan, or as soon as he became a little troublemaker, guess what? She was all for it. But Sue, that's just the reality we live in. Women don't like nice guys. They like trouble. They like bad boys.
Okay, to add to that Steve Urkel analogy, this is y'all ladies gonna be mad at me about this one, but it is what it is. If you go back and watch that show, right? Laura didn't want Steve Urkel, right?
Yeah.
He became Stefan, right? What did she say to Stefan? I miss Steve.
I miss Steve.
I want him back.
Because you know why?
And he was like, what are you talking about?
You know why? Because Stefan was getting, all the women wanted Stefan.
Exactly.
And he's like, oh, you know what? I want the guy who was more, how I felt more secure with now.
It was all about Steve. It was all about Stefan. And that was the problem.
She lost, because when she was with Steve, Steve was all about her. So she got her ego boost. Now when he was gone, no more ego boost. So she's like, I got to get that back.
I guess. And he was like, what are you talking about, man? I'm cool. I'm not nerdy. I'm not this.
And if you think about it, Steve Urkel had to go to outer space before he came back, before she wanted to get with his ass.
Exactly.
He had to be the first person in outer space or whatever, save the world. Then she's like, let's get married. Let's be together. Fuck that. All right. Hey, y'all, go. We got a video dropping today. Rules to the first date. Go click on it. Go watch it. Hit a like button. Hit a subscribe button, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Hey, man, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
Hey, it's a social norm. We out this bitch.
Nigga! That's got to be racist.
Daddy